Alright, today I wanted to do a completely different video. I wanted to do one to the topic of food, so you can hopefully learn some food vocabulary, and wanted to do it with some sort of a comprehensible input approach, or kind of show you pictures so you can, I don't always want to say learn because it always has kind of the touch of vocabulary and repeating and kind of putting it into your brain, like hammering it into your brain. But I just wanted to try it, and you can tell me in the comments if you like this approach and if I should do more of it. But I think let's just try it. So my idea was, today I wanted to do something like I wanted to create a recipe. First off, I wanted to do one of the most typical probably foods in the world. It's kind of fast food, but maybe we can do it in a healthy way, just to try. So what I was thinking was a hamburger with fries or chips or whatever you want to call it. So for that, in German we would have to write Hamburger mit Pommes. Pommes derives from the word pomme, which in French means apple, but it I think derives in some sort of way. No, it derives from the word in French pomme de terre, which just means potato. So it's in German and it's written that way. So in German it means Hamburger mit Pommes, which is a hamburger with fries or chips or so we look it up. What do we have here? We have a hamburger with fries. Pommes is always just the way you'd say it. Some people say pommes frites, which is kind of a very massacred way of saying like fries with not fries with something, just fries or chips, to a massacred French pronunciation, because in French it's I think pommes frites or something like that, and in German it's pommes frites. Or some people even have even weirder pronunciations like pommes frites, or some people even say fritten, but in general it's pommes. So that is written, of course, in uppercase letters, with an uppercase letter at the beginning, because it's a noun, and that is also a noun. Pommes, it's just the fries, the chips part, and hamburger, So we have that. But I thought we don't want it to be just some regular hamburger. So just to explain, by the way, cookies verwalten means cookies. To verwalten means maybe I don't know the word right now. I just wanted to, because I'm always curious when people have other languages and I want to know everything, and I thought I'd just do it for everyone. So, and manage cookies. Nicht essentielle cookies ablehnen, of course, means not essential cookies. Refuse, so you refuse non-essential cookies. That is written in the infinitive form in German, because you always do that when you give like options. Cookies verwalten, nicht essentielle cookies ablehnen, so non-essential cookies. Refuse non-essential cookies. Alle annehmen, that would mean accept all. Annehmen or take all, you can also say, but it just means accept all. So yeah. But what I was just saying is hamburger mit Pommes. We didn't just want to make it some random hamburger. We have here typical typical, excuse me if I might confuse the languages, because it's a bit confusing translating through two languages at the same time. Here we have the typical ones. The typical ones are with meat and with, I don't know, like kind of in an unhealthy way. But I thought we'd make it healthy, so I just write at the end of it gesund, which is the German word for healthy. So I thought we would just search for a recipe, and then we create that one. Here, gesunder Burger, Pommes und Pommes. Familienrezepte Mrs. Flurry, I don't know. So that would mean that is basically, by the way, that is adapted to the noun, so gesund, gesunder, Burger. So that is relating to that. I thought maybe we just look for something. Yeah, that is. Maybe I'll just kind of explain gesunder Burger and Pommes, which just means healthy burger and fries or chips. Healthy burger and mit means with. Süßkartoffelpommes means süß means sweet. Kartoffel means potato. Pommes, so sweet potato chips. Ein Leckerbissen, that is kind of a phrase word in German. I don't know if phrase word is even a word, but to say that something is really appetizing, really nice, really tasty, delicious. Here we have a headline. Darum sind Pommes sogar ungesünder als 2 fette Burger. For this reason, that's why, that's where you translate that, are fries even unhealthier, ungesünder, that's the comparative, I think it's comparative form in English, than 2 fat burgers. Yeah, here we just, for example, as headlines. So yeah, what we wanted to do is to choose a healthy hamburger and fries recipe, but I also wanted to do one, because I myself am vegan, to choose a vegan without meat version. So let's just run that. Vegan in German is vegan, so you translate that just the way it is, but just pronounce it differently, so you just pronounce it vegan. Hamburger mit Pommes, gesund, vegan, just to get those words in. Yeah, so here we have different headlines. Crispy Burger vegan und Pommes einfaches Rezept. Einfaches Rezept means easy recipe, also adapted to the noun einfaches. Ein einfaches Rezept, so it's related to that, yeah. Das beste vegane Burgerrezept, einfach glutenfrei. The best vegan burger recipe, easy, gluten-free. That you write as one, because in German it's always, most times it's written as one, especially if you have it related in terms of that it's free of what, so that is kind of the genitive case. What is it free from? Yeah, maybe I'll explain some other way, some grammar video later or at some point. Maybe I'll do some, maybe not, but I think you can look it up if you want to. Yeah, some websites I actually know, I just go through this to see if we have. That's an interesting. Here's vegan burger bowl with avocado fries, of course, with avocado or chips, whichever way you want to call it. Vegan burger bowl with avocado fries. Vegane Burger Bowl mit Avocado Pommes. That is also interesting. Katsu Burger vegan mit Karottenpommes und eingelegter Gurke. Katsu Burger vegan with carrot fries and eingelegt. What's it called? Eingelegt. Pickled. And pickles actually. So yeah. But I think the recipe I'm gonna choose, because I think it's quite interesting and I already know this website, I think I like it quite a lot, is this from biancazapatka.com. That's the way you pronounce websites in German, by the way. You always say www. In this case, biancazapatka.com. That's the name of the owner of this website, which is, I think, a woman who just does nice recipes. And yeah, here we have a website of the recipes of a what's it called? Food website, food blog, I think, kind of website. We have home, of course it's home in English, so Zuhause in German. Rezepte, which just means recipes. We have Themen, which just means topics. Tips und Tricks, I think it's the same in English, just written differently. Kochbücher, cookbooks. Meine App, my app, application, you know. Shop, in English it's the same, it's just shop. Über mich, about me. So, and they even have it in English, but yeah, you know, it's in German this time, just for learning purposes. So, here we have das beste vegane Burgerrezept. To be honest, I think it's kind of, written incorrectly in terms of correct spelling, because in German I think you would have to, because it's a noun and they are mostly written as one. The best, that is alright, that is all written in uppercase with at the beginning uppercase letters because it's a title, but why it's kind of wrong is because in German, in normal cases, you would need here to be I think in English you just call it minus, in German it's called Bindestrich. Bindestrich, a hyphen. Okay. Alright, that's the way it's called, didn't know that. Vegane Burgerrezept, where here would need to be one because the adjective alright, but at least because that is treated as one, there would need to be a hyphen probably, but if there wasn't that, you could you'd have to connect that, and there would have to be one R as a lowercase r. But you could also write as Burgerrezept as this. But that is just, I don't think that is correct. Google always does it the wrong way in general, but I think it's also alright to put like that. I hope you get what I mean. Oh, I did it wrong. Sorry. That is what I mean. I think the problem with this is because it's a kind of a foreign word, especially with a adjective in advance, that it's not always that clear and people tend to write that incorrectly. But in general, I think that at least have to be this one, but I think you could also write it this way, even though Google says it's something else. But Google always says what most people says what most people do, or tells you to do what most people do, which is not always a great idea because most people are kind of lazy in writing it, because like I myself am also a lot of times lazy, and when I have like the word tree in German is Baum, I don't always do it in uppercase letters, but that's just for example that most people do it in lowercase letters even though it's incorrect. But yeah, that was an excursion, just let's go. That was way too long. Here we have veröffentlicht am 20. Mai 2020, which just means published on the 20th of May 2020, 262 Kommentare, 262 comments. Dieser Beitrag kann affiliate links enthalten. This publication, let's just look at what Beitrag means. Contribution, yeah. Here you see Google always does it the lowercase way, even though it's incorrect, because it's a noun. Can contain affiliate links. As always, the verb is at the end, so yeah. Siehe Datenschutzerklärung. Siehe is just saying that is what you, or there's the point where you have to look for. So it's always in terms of when you have a contract or something and you say and then you want to say that a certain point is the place where they have to look, so you just say siehe Zeile, so that would be siehe, look at, what is Zeile in English? Line, or siehe Seite, look at page, So yeah, that's just referring to a certain point. Datenschutzerklärung is, I don't know which way to translate that. Datenschutzerklärung. Privacy policy, yeah. Als Amazon-Partner verwende ich an qualifizierten Verkäufen enthält Werbung. That would just mean as an Amazon partner, I deserve, that would translate to deserve, but I earn off of qualified sells or sellings, and that just means contains ads. So yeah, let's just keep on going. I think we did a lot of things before that. Dieses beste vegane Burgerrezept ist nicht nur schnell und einfach zubereitet, sondern auch glutenfrei, sojafrei und perfekt zum Grillen im Sommer. This best vegan burger recipe is not just fast and easy done. This is kind of saying some in terms of food to be prepared, but also gluten-free, soy-free, and perfect for barbecue. I think grillen, that's just the grill, yeah. But barbecue, you could probably also say about grilling in the summer. Die Veggie-Bohnen Burger Patties sind aromatisch, herzhaft, proteinreich, in Klammern fast 25 Gramm Protein pro Burger und grillbar, so dass Fleischesser, Vegetarier und Veganer gleichermaßen beeindruckt sein werden. The Veggie Bean Burger Patties are aromatic. Herzhaft just means that it's not in any way sweet or something. I mean, it could also contain like sweet potato, but you get what I mean, I think. Like it's something you cook that is just, yeah, you know. Proteinreich, which just means protein rich, in brackets, almost 25 grams protein per burger, and grillable so that meat eaters, vegetarians, and vegans at the same amount, gleichermaßen, which translates gleicher, which is the same, yeah, I think just the same. Maßen, which just means, it's kind of harder to translate. Amount, yeah, that just derives from the word mass, which is just measure. So at the same measure, you could say. Let's just translate gleichermaßen. Equally, yeah, you could say equally. Equally beeindruckt. What was that word? I think I forgot that. Impressed, of course. Which is, funnily enough, the same as in English, probably because it's referring with the word Druck, to the word either pressure with the word Druck, which just means pressure, and druckt, which just means printer, so they'll be impressed, literally impressed. And yeah, they will be. Yeah, so let's just get into it. Here we have a nice picture of a burger. And maybe I'll just, before that, dive into some of the names of the veggies and stuff. So that is the burger patty. In German you call that Burgerpatty. I think maybe I confused the patty and the meat, what's it called? Meat. Wait, let me just frikadelle. Meatball is not the right way to say that. But the meat or fake meat part, maybe I confuse the words because I always confuse them, but let's just get into it. That's the onion. In German, that's called Zwiebel. That is the, I don't know, that is not salad, but let's just call it salad. In German, that's called Salat. That is called tomato in English, and in German, that's Tomate. That is the pickle, or the, wait, is it Is it called pickle? I'm just confusing it. Gurke. Cucumber, of course, that was what I was referring to. That is the cucumber. In German, that's called Gurke, as I already explained. Of course, this way it's written the correct way. Here we have the, I don't know, is it called meat patty? Burger patty? I'm just confused. I'm always by the words of this bread part and the patty part, so excuse me if I just confuse it, but this meat, I think patty, in German we call it Burgerpatty, I think, if I'm not wrong. And it's called buns, burger bun. And in German it's also, I think you can call it burger bun or Burgerbrötchen, I think is the more common word. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of it because I want to get into the recipe, but I think I'm just gonna do that. Wenn du nach einem einfachen veganen Burger-Grundrezept suchst, bist du hier genau richtig. When or if you after on easy vegan burger basis recipe Grundrezept basic recipe, yeah. That is basically, by the way, what I was referring to, because burger is probably in German treated as a noun for itself, a kind of title thing, so you can't treat it as a normal noun and connect it to other words as you would normally do, so that's probably the problem about it. But yeah, you're here exactly right. The bean burger patty, so if you're looking for a vegan, easy, basic recipe, you are exactly right here. Die Bohnen-Burger-Patties haben die perfekte Konsistenz und behalten ihre Form, sodass sie sowohl in der Pfanne als auch auf dem Grill zubereitet werden können. The bean burger patties have the perfect consistency and keep their form so that they it's kind of, you say also in the pan. Yeah, also is probably kind of the way to translate that. As it's auch. That would be as also, but you wouldn't say as also in English. You would say, I don't know which way you'd say that. Let me just translate that. That's kind of a way of phrasing a sentence that's kind of a conjunction construction, as well as, so that they also in the pan. You wouldn't say also, but that's the way you would say in German. But they in the pan as well as on the grill can get done, can be, what's the way you would say that? Zubereitet. I mean, I already explained that it's kind of cooking. Oh, sorry. Prepared. Yeah, prepared is the right way to say that. I think I'm just gonna go to the recipe straight on because there's a lot of text and I don't think I'll be able to put that in a shorter kind of lesson. Sorry, but this is just not possible. It always takes a lot of time. So here we have the ingredients, by the way. Don't know exactly, maybe we'll get back to this picture because I just wanted to explain a bit and work with pictures. Let me just have a look. Oh, that looks nice. So here we have another picture. Yeah, there's always a lot of pictures. So here we can first off just read some some adjectives, I think, for the recipe. So here it's written, dieses beste vegane Burgerrezept ist, this best vegan burger recipe is, ohne Ei, without egg, fleischlos. You could say meatless, I guess, in English, so it's without meat, milchfrei, milk-free, soja-frei, soy-free, nussfrei, nut-free, herzhaft, which just means salty, I guess, just something that's not sweet in general terms. einfach zu machen, easy to make, geschmackvoll, tasteful, I guess, sättigend, what's it called, satisfying, kind of, it's just filling, yeah, like you could say. Mit gesunden Zutaten, with healthy ingredients, proteinreich, protein rich, perfekt für jeden, perfect for everyone. That is also just the general word for anything, but in this case, as it's kind of a noun on itself, by itself, it's referring to people, so yeah. Und so lecker is just and so delicious. Alright, so let's just get into it. A lot of text, you know. Yeah, that I think we also already read. Here we have it. There's the most important part. Here. So we have vegan burger veggie patties, yeah. We have the Vorbereitungszeit, which is the preparing time, 20 minutes, 20 Minuten. Zubereitungszeit, 10 Minuten, which is, it's also preparing time, but this just means to make everything that you can do, and this is in terms of to prepare the food, to make it, you know. Yeah, so the actual working time, you could also say it's 10 minutes, and the preparing time to prepare for all that is 20 minutes. Here we also have the just Gericht, probably the category in which it kind of fits in. It's Beilage, Hauptgericht, Lunch und Dinner. Gericht, by the way, I think I'll have to kind of make another excursus. It's a word that can be used in different instances. In this case, it's referring to food, so it's referring to a dish, something you just serve and you make and you cook. Generally probably more in terms of cooking, but yeah, it can also probably be baked. But in general more in terms of cooking. But it can also be used in terms of when you are at court. So it's just a court where there's a judge and, you know, lawyers. So that's where you call a court is a Gericht. But in this case, it's referring to food. Beilage, which is side dish. Bei is kind of a preposition which just means by, at. And Lage is just means lay in this case. It could also mean situation, but in this case it just means to what is laid next to it. So that's where it derives from. Burger, Hauptgericht, main dish as already explained, yeah. Lunch and dinner, self-explaining. Portionen, which just means how many portions, so yeah. 4 burgers, so for 4 portions, I guess. So, let's get to the ingredients. By the way, Zutaten, yeah, it just means ingredients. Vegane burger patties. Vegan burger patties. Alright. Here we have 2 Esslöffel oil. Oh god, excuse me, but I just pronounced it completely wrong. So, 2 Esslöffel Öl aufgeteilt, in Klammern zum Braten, 1 Zwiebel fein gewürfelt, of course, 3 Esslöffel geschrotete Leinsamen, plus 3 Esslöffel heißes Wasser, excuse me, I just can't pronounce words right now, 2 Knoblauchzehen gehackt, 1 Packung Sonnenblumenhack 76 Gramm, in Klammern Sternchen, Alternative siehe unten, 120 Milliliter heiße Gemüsebrühe zum Einweichen des Sonnenblumenhacks, 50 Gramm Haferflocken oder Hafermehl, in Klammern optional glutenfrei, 400 Gramm Kidneybohnen oder schwarze Bohnen aus der Dose, in Klammern 255 Gramm abgespült und abgetropft, 1 Esslöffel Tomatenmark, 1 Esslöffel Kreuzkümmelpulver, 1 Esslöffel Paprikapulver, ein halber Teelöffel Meersalz, ein halber Teelöffel schwarzer Pfeffer, 3 bis 4 Esslöffel Barbecue-Soße, optional zum Bestreichen. Einfache Burgersoße, 60 Gramm vegane Mayonnaise, 3 Esslöffel Ketchup, Sriracha, optional nach Geschmack. Zum Servieren Gemüse, zum Beispiel Salat, Tomaten, Gurken, rote Zwiebeln, 4 Burgerbrötchen. Alright, so let's get into it. 2 Esslöffel Öl aufgeteilt, in Klammern zum Braten. That just means 2 big spoons, I think it's called tablespoons in English. Öl, oil, aufgeteilt, split, I think. Zum Braten, for the frying part in the pan. So braten just refers to fry or to bake is not the right word, but I think rather to fry something in the pan. I'm just gonna verify. Braten. Yeah, it's kind of frying something. Eine Zwiebel fein gewürfelt. Die Zwiebel deswegen, that's why eine Zwiebel, eine, because it's feminine. Zwiebel fein gewürfelt. So it's fine gewürfelt just derives from the word Würfel, which means the singular form of dice. So one, let's just dice, ein Würfel. A cube, yeah, you could also say cube. So it's cut into cubes, but like very fine, just finely diced, yeah, you could say that. 3 Esslöffel geschrotete Leinsamen, 3 tablespoons geschrotet. What does it mean? I mean, I know what it means, but crushed, yeah, it's kind of when you just very roughly kind of not too much blend it somewhere, but not too much. I guess it's kind of like that. And plus Leinsamen, by the way, are linseeds or flax seeds of course. Crushed. I'm not alright with saying it's crushed because it's kind of a different thing, but that's probably the way you'd say that in English. Plus 3 tablespoons hot water, heißes Wasser, yeah, hot water. 2 Knoblauchzehen gehackt, 2, what's it called? 2, can't remember the word. 2, let's just look it up if I can't remember it. Sorry. 2, of course, it's always garlic. Of course, it's garlic. 2 garlic cloves, gehackt. That would be if you, with a knife, all the time, go on there and cut it. Gehackt. Chopped, yeah, you could say that. So, yeah, then we have 1 package of sunflower, what's it called? It's kind of a substitution for meat, so it's protein Sonnenblumenhack, which is a dry protein mince. Yeah, I think it's kind of the right way, but it's not meat, you know. It's a protein kind of thing. I'm gonna get to the pictures in a few moments. 120 Milliliter heiße Gemüsebrühe, 120 milliliters hot, what's it called? Hot vegetable stock with Gemüsebrühe. Broth, yeah, that's the right way to say it. Zum Einweichen des Sonnenblumenhacks, 2, make it wet, what's it called? 2, light in water, einweichen. Soaking, yeah. Soaking it in water. Soaking the sunflower mince, or whichever way you want to call it, in water. 50 grams oat just oats, I think, but it's the flocken, the flake version of oats, but I think in English you just call it oats. Or oat meal, oat flour, optionally gluten-free. 400 grams of kidney beans, 400 Gramm Kidneybohnen, optional glutenfrei, by the way, in German. Oder schwarze Bohnen aus der Dose, in Klammern 255 Gramm abgespült und abgetropft. So that be 400 grams of kidney beans or black beans out of the can, in brackets 250 grams, rinsed and abgetropft, kind of dried, but like just and drained. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, Tomatenmark, 1 Esslöffel Tomatenmark, 1 Esslöffel Kreuzkümmelpulver, 1 tablespoon of Kreuzkümmel. I have to look that up. What's in English? Cumin powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika powder, 1/2 teaspoon sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, 3 to 4 tablespoons barbecue sauce, schwarzer Pfeffer, Meersalz, by the way. Barbecue sauce, optionally to glaze it? I don't know. Bestreichen. To spread it across it, yeah. So, optional zum Bestreichen 3 bis 4 Esslöffel Barbecue-Soße. Which just means barbecue sauce, of course. Einfache Burgersoße, 60 Gramm vegane Mayonnaise, 60 Gramm vegan Mayonnaise, 3 Esslöffel Ketchup, 3 tablespoons Ketchup, Sriracha, I don't know which way to pronounce it. Optional nach Geschmack, optionally after or for taste. Zum Servieren, to serve. That would be easy burger sauce, by the way, for the serving. Vegetables, for example, zum Beispiel, that always means zum Beispiel, for example. Salat, salad, Tomaten, tomatoes, Gurken, cucumbers, rote Zwiebeln, red onions. 4 Burgerbrötchen, 4 burger buns, I think it's called, and yeah. So what I wanted to do is maybe I just copy that website, to be honest. Put that in there. Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to show you the pictures. So here we have it's not that way because it's the vegetables, but just to get you to used to the pictures of that and connect that. The oil you don't see in here, but here we have the onion, the Zwiebel, die Zwiebel. We have, what do we have? Sonnenblumenhack, it's in here. We have Haferflocken, also in here. Kidneybohnen, also in here. Tomatenmark, also in here. All these things are in here. And we as sauce have ketchup, of course, and mayonnaise in one. Also ketchup and Mayonnaise. Salat, we see here. Tomaten, seen here. Gurken, which is cucumber. Gurke, we see here. Red onions, we see here, which is rote Zwiebeln. Alright, let's get to the lower pictures. Rote Zwiebeln, Burgersoße, Ketchup, Mayonnaise, Tomate, Burger Bun, Burgerbrötchen, Burger Patty oder Frikadelle, Salat, Tomaten, Gurke, Tomatenscheibe, which just means slice of tomato, And yeah, I think, yeah. Then let's get to here we see the kidney beans, Kidneybohnen with Haferflocken, Kidneybohnen, of course, what's it called? Sonnenblumenhack, which is the meat kind of alternative. And there is also die geschroteten Leinsamen, die 3 Esslöffel heißes Wasser, die Zwiebel fein gewürfelt, die 2 Esslöffel Öl zum Braten, probably not in there, but around it somewhere, you know. Die 120 Milliliter heiße Gemüsebrühe, for the taste, I guess. 50 Gramm Haferflocken, 400 Gramm Kidneybohnen oder schwarze Bohnen aus der Dose, depends on which beans you want, black beans or kidney beans. Also 225 Gramm abgespült und abgetropft. 1 Esslöffel Tomatenmark, 1 tablespoon tomato paste, 1 Esslöffel Kreuzkümmelpulver, 1 tablespoon cumin powder, 1 Esslöffel Paprikapulver, 1 tablespoon paprika powder, 1 Teelöffel Meersalz, 1 halber Teelöffel Meersalz, half a teaspoon sea salt of course, 1 halber Teelöffel schwarzer Pfeffer, black pepper, and the barbecue sauce. Yeah, I think that's on top of it. Here we have the ingredients. Tomatenmark, that I guess is Kreuzkümmelpulver, Paprikapulver, I might be wrong, but I hope I'm correct, kind of. Schwarzer Pfeffer, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Meersalz, geschrotete Leinsamen, Sonnenblumenhack, Kidneybohnen, and that was Knoblauchzehen gehackt? No, probably not. Wait, let me just Kidneybohnen. No, that is definitely not that. That is, what is that? Zwiebel fein gewürfelt. Is that supposed to be the onions? I'm not quite sure. Haferflocken, of course, Kidneybohnen, Sonnenblumenhack. Here we have the geschrotete Leinsamen, die geschroteten Leinsamen. And yeah, I hope that's supposed to be the onions, even though that doesn't look chopped very finely, but we'll see. Here we have das Sonnenblumenhack, den Pfeffer, das Salz, die Packung Sonnenblumenhack, die Kidneybohnen, die Haferflocken, das Sonnenblumenhack, die Leinsamen, den Knoblauch. Here's the what's it called? The garlic in English. I don't know if that's supposed to be onion, but I hope so. Maybe it's even what's it called? I forgot the word. Mushroom. Of course, mushrooms. Maybe it's even mushrooms. Maybe they put in there, but it'd be weird to photograph that, but maybe. And not put in there as in the recipe. But I don't think it looks like onions, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Yeah, here we have the Kreuzkümmelpulver, Paprikapulver, Salz, Pfefferkörner, probably, pepper, is it called corns? I'm not quite sure, but the kind of little balls of pepper. Here's the recipe. Here we have the oats, so Haferflocken, Hafermehl, because it's grinded, gemahlen, just means Hafermehl. This is the kidney beans, the Kidneybohnen, the vegan recipe, the vegan meat alternative, so Sonnenblumenhack, Kidneybohnen, Leinsamen, Leinsamen, Kidneybohnen, Sonnenblumenhack, Zwiebeln, Paprikapulver, Kreuzkümmelpulver, probably salt also, so Salz. This is, what's it called? Mixed, also gemixt, or what do you call that in German? Gemixt, geschreddert, vermengt. That would be put together kind of. And here it's in a bowl, in einer Schüssel. Patties on a plate, auf einem Teller, in einer Pfanne, in a pan, with the oil, mit dem Öl. And here we have probably the sauce, which is barbecue sauce. Mit barbecue sauce bestreichen, which is, I think, what's it called? Spreading barbecue sauce. Yeah, is there anything else? Yeah, maybe one last time. Burger, I think it's burger patty, burger bun, Tomate, rote Zwiebel, Salat, Gurke, barbecue sauce, Tomate, Knoblauch, Brett, der Burger, das Messer, I think it's a knife. I think that's, I don't know what you call it in English, but petersilie, but I'm not quite sure, might be completely wrong. Parsley, maybe parsley. Yeah, is there anything else to say? Barbecue sauce, mayonnaise, ketchup, I guess. Yeah, I think that was it. And yeah, to be honest, I think that was it for today. That was pretty long. I hope you liked it. Leave a like, leave a comment if you want to. If you have any recommendations or ideas on which topics, which articles I should cover, leave a comment. And yeah, love ya.